Hey, and welcome to the Systems Boutique podcast. I'm Dr. Raymona H. Lawrence. Most people just simply call me Dr. Raymona. I'm your systems stylist and your business operations expert, and I'm here to help you build a high-end boutique style back-end that creates ease and scalability for you without sacrificing the luxury experience your clients absolutely deserve. So if you're a speaker, a coach, a consultant, a course creator, or author who's ready to stop the overwhelm, ditch the tech confusion, and finally streamline your systems and operations, you are in the right place. Each week, I'll bring you actionable strategies, expert insights, and behind-the-scenes business systems and operations insights to help you scale with ease, efficiency, and absolute excellence. So grab your notebook, your favorite cup of coffee or tea, and let's get to work. Welcome to the Systems Boutique, where systems meet style. Hey, Chic CEO, and welcome back to the Systems Boutique podcast. The Systems Boutique is the designer label of operations agencies, and I am your host, Chief Systems Stylist, Dr. Raymona, and around here, we don't just talk systems and operations, we actually style them, right? And so we build these elegant, scalable backends that feel as luxurious as your brand looks on the outside, because we want everything to align with that beautiful aesthetic that you have built. So in our last few episodes, we talked about the shapewear that smooths the chaos, and we talked about the capsule wardrobe of systems that keeps your business organized. So if you have not seen those episodes, go back. They are good stuff. But today's conversation is a little bit different, because I need for you to stop treating your systems like a handbag, okay? So you know what I mean. That thing that you just grab when you have some extra budget or when the business feels messy. No, friend, stop it. Systems aren't accessories. They are absolute essentials. Systems and ops, you've got to have them for your business. You wouldn't build a designer brand on a shaky foundation, would you? Right? And so you can't build this multi-million-dollar business that you are dreaming about on improvisation, okay? You can't make it up along the way. So today we're going to talk about what it looks like to stop putting on accessories, right? To stop accessorizing your operations and start actually anchoring them, okay? So let's get into it. What is this foundation? Let's talk about first this thing I call accessory energy that you're giving off in your business. So here's the truth. At your level, you're at 500K, $1 million, $2 million. The marketing is beautiful. You have developed some beautiful branding. The brand is magnetic. People love you. And you have some strong offers. You've worked on this. You've built something that really looks like luxury. And I am super proud of you. But underneath that, designer exterior, many of my chic CEOs are still running the same operating model that you did at 100K, okay? I see manual workflows, unclear roles for your team, no central source of truth, and that is not a vibe, that is a liability, okay? So here's the thing. Accessories, they are going to enhance the outfit, but they don't hold it together, right? They are something that you put on at the end, but they're not holding the business together. They're not holding the outfit together. So if your business was like a runway look, your systems wouldn't be the clutch. It wouldn't be the beautiful clutch that you're holding. Your systems and your ops would be the seams. They're that stitching that keeps everything from falling apart mid-show, okay? So right now, too many brilliant women are trying to build empires on what I call accessory energy. You do not want accessory energy. They're investing in visibility, which is something that is so important. We all have to be visible, but they're ignoring viability of your business. You cannot just scale on vibes. Okay. So here's why your systems are essential. Let's reframe this. Operations aren't just overhead. I hear many of my CEOs talking about their overhead. They're not overhead. They are infrastructure. It is something that is absolutely necessary. So at the multi-6 and 7-figure mark in your business, systems don't just support your business. They are going to determine its capacity. And so here's what I mean. Capacity is a systems problem. Why? You don't need more time often. You need a capacity system. You need more workflows. None of us can bring more than 24 hours in a day. What if you had a clear workflow? What if you had automation, delegation rhythm, and then defined decisional hierarchy where your team knows what to do? That frees you from all of these bottlenecks that are happening in your business, and it creates space for you to be able to scale. So if your team keeps saying, we don't have time, it's not about effort. It's about engineering and how you've engineered this in your business. Profitability. It is a systems problem. Your margins aren't shrinking just because of how you price things. That is one reason maybe, but they're shrinking because also of process leaks that you could possibly have in your business. And so every repeated mistake, every double enter task or missed handoff, it quietly eats into your profit. So a true CEO is not just saying, let me check the revenue. You're also going to have to audit your operational waste. So sustainability is also a systems problem. If you are scaling without structure, it's like adding floors to a house. You're building a house, you're adding floors, but you're adding them without reinforcing the frame. Something, right, is going to crack. It's going to be your team, it's going to be your delivery, or eventually it's going to be your sanity. And so when your systems, when they become essential to you, then growth becomes predictable. When they're optional though, success is super, super fragile. Okay. So here's what's going to have to happen is you shift your mindset on this. So let's be teachable. I know you've had success. I know that things have been going a certain way in the past, but because you're past the point of how-to basics, I need to get you to a different mindset right now. So here's what the mindset shift looks like when you move from accessory CEO to these things are absolutely essential, the essential CEO. So you're going to move from reactive to designed. So accessories are reactive. It's like, let me fix this thing I see. You're always in fire mode. Essentials are designed. So it's saying, let me build what I want to see, not react to what I am seeing. So as a CEO, you design your systems around your strategy, not your stress. So ask yourself, what are the 5 repeatable outcomes that drive our profit? What are we doing? What is actually driving the profit? What moves the needle? Do we have a defined workflow? Do we have an owner? Do we have an automation path for each of these things? If not, that is where you need to start in this process. Then we have to go from tools to actual infrastructure. So many of you buy tools. You buy a lot of different tools, but you've got to start building the infrastructure. So what does that mean? Infrastructure means that every platform, every person, and process is integrated to deliver this one client experience flawlessly. So everything has to be integrated. I ask people often, why? Why are you doing that? Okay. Ask yourself, how do clients move through our business from first touch to the final deliverable. Where does all this data live? And who's accountable for each step? That is how you stop duct taping and start actually designing in your business. Then we have to go from tasks to transformation. So accessory thinking, here's what happens. Accessory thinking focuses on what needs to get done. What do I need to get done right now? I got to throw on the accessory. Essential thinking focuses on what outcomes we are creating. And so when you operate from this idea of transformation in your business, every task, every tool, and every team member actually serves a strategic result. And that is what we want. And so that's how you lead like the woman who's building that generational wealth that you talk about, not just managing the projects. Okay. So as we think about this, what happens as you move beyond this idea of accessories to essentials? So this is what it looks like in practice. Clients come to us all the time. They have a gorgeous brand. They have powerful offers. They have even consistent cash flow. Okay. They have done the work. They have hustled and they have made it to this point, but their team is operating on Slack chaos. So anytime I get something, I throw it in Slack and Google Sheet faith. Okay. So however we can get it on a Google Sheet, that's it. So they're spending 50 to 60 hours a week just being busy. Their systems are like duct tape. They are duct taped. They don't talk. And the CEO is burnt out. And so what we do is we rebuild that infrastructure using our boutique frameworks. Okay. So here's what happens. One of our clients who I truly love, she may recognize that I'm talking about her. She has increased the number of speaking engagements so much that I can hardly get in touch with her now. Why? Why is this? Because the back end runs itself. She is not doing all of the things that she used to do with invoices, payments, emails. And now she has more time to do what she loves, which is get out on the stage and speak. And the systems boutique CRM and team takes care of the rest. And so now she is able to take weeks at a time off and the business doesn't miss a beat. And so that is what you want. That is the power of treating systems like essentials and not accessories, because systems don't just support growth, they actually sustain it. And that is what you absolutely need when you are building this business. Let's talk about this myth that I hear often from my CEOs. They think that systems kill creativity. Right? They don't. Let me just relieve you of that. They don't. They protect it. And so the most luxurious brands in the world, they thrive on operational precision. And so it's that structure that allows for the creativity to flourish at scale. And so when your back end is running and it's running with an actual rhythm, your brilliance has the room to breathe. And so you are thinking it's going to crush you when you have all these systems in place. No, give your brilliance room to breathe. You can start to innovate, you can start to delegate, and you can elevate simultaneously. So you want that. When you personalize things, it isn't the opposite of systems. It is the result of having great systems in place. So only when your operations are stable can you actually tailor the experience for everybody and for every client like a custom fit garment. And so you've got to have the stuff that is in place with your operations so that you can be creative. Okay. Here's the thing. You have already proven your concept. You've got your message together. You are a master at what you do. I have seen it. But now it's time to actually prove the model that you have. And so systems aren't just your handbag. They're not the accessory that you go and grab when you need it. They are the actual architecture of your business. So the next time you find yourself tempted to invest in another aesthetic upgrade, here is some more branding. Here is some more things I need to do. Stop and ask yourself, Will this sustain my growth or just accessorize it? Okay. So if you're ready to stop adding layers of pretty, right, and start really building those layers of power, we need to talk. Get yourself in the boutique. So go over to thesystemsboutique.com and book a discovery call with me, because your brand is already at designer level. I have seen you. I see you, and I'm cheering you on, right? But now it's time to make sure your back end is too, right? And so until next time, my Chic CEO, keep building, keep scaling, and remember, you were never meant to run your business like everybody else. You were meant to design it. See you next time on the Systems Boutique Podcast. Bye. All right, my Chic CEOs, that's a wrap for today's episode. If you found value in today's conversation, do me a favor. Subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with another star. That's a speaker, a teacher, an author, or a coach who absolutely needs it. And hey, if you're ready to finally get your systems together, let's chat. Head over to thesystemsboutique.com/strategy to book your systems style strategy call, where we'll map out your perfect business back end. So until next time, keep it chic, keep it systemized, and keep shining like the absolute star you are. See ya.